begin the game with the basketball. Denver's got it. To Jokic. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Nikola Jokic at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. To Wendell Carter. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. Nikola Jokic, he's never made the playoffs, but upon further review, he is a special center.
Got that 5-year extension for $146 million, and I'm willing to say this, he will be one of the future centers in the game.
Bulls with the basketball. Nikola Jokic sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
That's rebounded by Chicago. Levine. Here's a chance from long range. Offensive board. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And that one is out. Murray with the basketball. They trail by one. Carter comes away with it. Young. It was right there. Murray with it. Looking to make something happen. Levine. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Jokic. And draws the foul.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Jamal Murray, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 89%. First try, no good. Missed the second, 0 for 2. To Zach Levine. Fires the three. Zach Levine, good on the quick release that time.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
It's Denver's ball. To Millsap. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Count the bucket for 2.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Now a whistle. Timeout for Denver as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Jay, 46 wins, not good enough for Denver.
They could have been a playoff team if Paul Millsap didn't miss a huge chunk of the season. But I will say this about the Nuggets. They have the most underrated backcourt in the NBA when you think about Gary Harris and Jamal Murray. Both guards that can do it off the dribble and are both great leaders.
His first effort, off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Paul Millsap, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Old school equals high percentage.
Porter, almost, but no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Jamal Murray, he's got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. Oops, he missed the first one. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. To Markkanen. Fires the 3. Tough shot for Markkanen. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Oh, Nikola Jokic. 3 for 4. Good start.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Young passed it off. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Ooh, I'm not sure if he's part of the Jelly fam or not, but this young player knows how to adjust mid-flight, and he finished that shot with some crazy English.
To Millsap. Jokic. Denver with 4 to shoot.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it. Markkanen to Wendell Carter. Young. And the rebound corralled by Jokic. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
To Millsap. The monster stuff. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Big finish at the rim.
These two teams are matching basket for basket. If the pace of the game is going to be like this, I need to start stretching.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Murray into the front court. His team up by 1. To Millsap. Levine pins it. That's out of bounds off a Bull. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Rebound comes to Chicago. To Levine. Lobs it up. That approach, that's what you want to see. Nice save. He gets it.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Tosses. Pass there, taken away by Denver. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
Look, sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow of the game. During the next timeout or during the next break in action, take the ball, go shoot it. See the ball go through the net a couple of times.
From long range, shot off the mark. Good defense. Murray into the front court. Up by 3. Won't go. To Markkanen. Nice pass to get things going.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Nuggets have the possession. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. To Zach Levine. Lets it fly from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Murray with the basketball. Down a point. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Oh, emphatic slam.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head him.
To Levine. Not that time. Martin into the front court. Down by 1. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Will Barton trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Oh, he can't connect.
Substitutions, Denver.
Barton to Jokic. And a throwdown.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Young. Going to launch beyond the arc. That one off the mark. It's no good. Got it.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and, most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Levine.
Don't even play with him. You see, he can't guard you.
To Porter. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Another follow. Stays out.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
That's off the side of the rim. No good. The shot no good on the drive by Jokic.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is
Stuffs it down with authority.
and when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Martin into the front court. Leads just a point. Zach Levine tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And the basket good at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Has a look. Murray's shot won't fall.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
I got ball.
Nikola Jokic up against Porter. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Chicago basketball. For three. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
You're on the island now.
Thaddeus Young snatching it out of the air.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Martin into the front court. Leads one. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shakes free and hits.
They got him in the first round to do exactly that. Make tough shots and help them win games.
To Will Barton. Here comes the screen. Jokic, defended by the former Hoya.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
They go to Jokic, down low. Oh, Nikola Jokic, 4 out of 7.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Zach Levine. Here's a chance from long range. Zach Levine forcing that one there. Well defended. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Porter. Block shot. And that one out of bounds off a Nugget. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim. Barton into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Jokic. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. He's looking for that touch.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Will Barton. Nikola Jokic against Porter. Shot from the lane won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Nuggets have the possession. To Will Barton. Zach Levine. Huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Drive by Murray, but he can't finish. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Here comes the screen. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to See a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
He buries it.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, man.
Driving right to the basket. In a flash, scores at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Trying to cash in and strokes it.
Ooh, someone's been working on their game in the offseason. But let's not get carried away.
Denver ball right now. The shot by Murray, no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
To Millsap. Paul Millsap. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Subbing in for the Chicago Bulls, number 24, Lauren Markkanen.
Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Levine. Fires the 3. Man, that was a tough shot.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
And finishes strong. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Fires the 3. Message received. Well defended.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Bulls with it. To Zach Levine. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. Take stock of the floor. And he buries it.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scattering court.
To Markkanen. Scores from the post.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
To Millsap. Count the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Young. 4-3. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Paul Millsap. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's Chicago ball.
Defense. Defense. Remaining in the second quarter.
To Young. Beyond the arc for three. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. Jokic, deep left corner. Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Number 22, Otto Porter. Entering the game for the Denver Nuggets, number 9, Jeremy Grant.
To Levine. From long range. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
Zach Levine with a chance at a 4-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw good. He's able to polish off the 3-point play. Knocked loose. Jokic. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
And Otto Porter, so smooth. Catch and shoot, buries the three.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Deep three at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Nuggets in front.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Nuggets are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Denver Nuggets. The Bulls are keeping things exciting in a close matchup. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Chicago Bulls.
Game trap. Steals.
The story of this game so far has been the lack of ball security. Neither team can hold on to the ball, and unfortunately, it made the first half kind of tough to watch.
Player of the half.
Murray earns the recognition because of the sheer number of dunks he threw down. One after another, he kept rattling the rim with his awesome slams.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Levine gets it in the left corner.
Double.
To Zach Levine. Pass there, taken away by Denver.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Draws the double and still hits.
Oh yeah, I like that.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
To Levine. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets. Throws it down.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Murray with it. Lead stands at 7. Jokic to Millsap. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
From the painted area, won't go down. There you go. Way to stay with it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Jokic. Bulls come away with it. To Wendell Carter. Lets it fly from long range. Smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Young. Has a chance. And a putback slam.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Shot for Jokic. No good. To Porter. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Otto Porter, no one in his zip code, knocks down the 3.
I wasn't even sure if he saw the defense behind him. But what he did see was his teammates' eyes telling him where to pass for that easy catch and shoot.
Cruises inside for 2.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Stuffs it down with authority.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Zach Levine. Zach Levine doing what he does best.
A 2-time dunk champion, I love watching Zach Levine play. But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
To Wendell Carter. Has a look. The shot almost. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Murray to the basket, but it won't go. To Porter. For 3. trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Bulls with the rock.
I'm open.
Layup goes down. Well done.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
To Porter. Trying to cash in. Otto Porter. 4 out of 7.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Wendell Carter. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
Otto Porter. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
The drive. Right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Zach Levine. Add 2 points to the board.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Looking for his man. Pass there, taken away by Denver. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw try. Off the mark. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And the rebound belongs to Denver. Down low Plumlee. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. He missed it. To Chris Dunn. Marking it. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Goes to the right side. Fires the 3. Off the iron. No good. And he hits.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Fires the 3. Tough shot for marking it. No good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Chris Dunn. And it's the Nuggets with the board. Barton into the front court. Tie game, 3rd quarter. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Nuggets with the basketball. To the rim, lays it up and in.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Cleans it up. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Done. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Martin into the front court. Our score all even in this third quarter. Gets it in the right corner. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Beyond the arc for 3, and he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up. Denzel Valentine. He's going to get 3 shots here. Shoots it at 75% for his career. First free throw is good. And he hits the second. Almost settles for a 2 or 3 trip. Martin into the front court. Leads just a point. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Denver's got it. Barton on the drive, can't finish. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Otto Porter at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Barton into the front court. He'll run the offense. And count the basket inside.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
To Chris Dunn from long range. That's what you like to see. Dunn, it was well defended, finds a way to hit the 3.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse, to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. Martin into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Chicago with the possession. Cashes in for 2.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession You can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
And the reward, he's going to the line. Juan Hernan-Gomez at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 76% from the line. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Sets him up. Pass stolen by the Nuggets.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
The assist from number 24.
Lets it fly from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense. It's Denver's ball.
I got blocked.
Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Gets to the basket and scores. That misses with a second to go. Third quarter comes to an end. The Bulls have the lead. It's the Nuggets with the basketball to
Substitutions, Chicago. Into the game for the Denver Nuggets.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. To Wendell Carter. Has a chance. Rebounded by Murray. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Will Barton trying to cash in on a 3-point play. He struggled so far. Free throw up and good as he finishes off the 3-point play. The lead is down to 6. Deep left corner. Going to launch beyond the arc.
That's his second.
Misses the first. It's the second. One more coming. Whoops. That won't go. Murray into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Nice pass to set things up.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
It's rebounded by the Bulls. To Levine. Zach Levine doing what he does best.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Thaddeus Young. Millsap. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Goes to the left side. Levine. That's off the side of the rim. Short. And counted at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Bulls have it. To Zach Levine. For three. Zach Levine forcing that one there. Well defended. Murray into the front court. They trail by 7. Slam dunk, Will Barton.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Young. Deep right corner. And he buries it.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Murray with the basketball. Right now, down 7. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Levine. It goes down.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Levine. And the rebound claimed by Denver. Now a whistle and a timeout for Denver. But this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence.
You know everything about our team? Turn to page 15 in today's game program for the latest trivia question and submit your answer on the team website. One lucky
Over to the right side. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
So he hits the first, misses the second. To Levine, ball's out. Last touch by Zach Levine. Now the Nuggets, signaling for timeout. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game.
Till the end of today's game to claim your prize at the customer service desk located near section
To Will Barton, lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he knocks it down, Jay.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
To Will Barton, slam dunk.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
He won't get away with this one. Referee calls it intentional.
This is why teammates love him. Yeah, that was an aggressive play, but you're also sending a message, setting the tone. You can't half-step on that.
And here's an intentional foul. That's free throws. Clock stops with 13 seconds to play.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Off the mark on the first free throw. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw is good. It's a three-point play, and that puts them up by 3. Desperation shot for the tie. The Bulls take this one as they win this one by 3. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bulls emerged victorious after a tight finish. And of course, I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the 3 ball, and it was instrumental to their success. Check out the leading scores for the Chicago Bulls. The Nuggets must be devastated after such a close loss. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard. Check out the leading scores for the Denver Nuggets.
Game track. Assists.
The teams in this matchup did a great job of moving the ball and keeping the game flowing. It was the sort of action fans love to see, and I definitely enjoyed it myself. The unselfish play made for a great game.
Player of the game.
And while you can't track leadership on a stat sheet, it was by far the most impressive thing he did in this game. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Check out the upcoming games for the Denver Nuggets. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.